the ambition needs to be set high for us to go far with the topic of gender evaluation. The message has been clearly sent and understood that there is the need on how to incorporate into the system, how to make gender really being part of it.
One of the three stated aims of CGIAR evaluation is steering evaluations to supply reliable findings that contribute to the evidence-based planning and that underpin strategic and operational decision-making.
The CG's Gender Platform, which was formed in 2020, just prior to the start of the COVID pandemic. So the platform hosts this online resource that has a growing wealth of information, tools, evidence on it. So this could be gender and financial inclusion, gender and climate resilience, gender and mechanization, all manner of topics to synthesize the evidence around them. It also aims to position the CG's Gender Platform as the go-to place for this high-quality evidence and knowledge on equitable and sustainable food systems.
The Gender Platform evaluation was carried out to assess progress, document lessons, and provide recommendations. I think one of the questions people may be asking now is, but was it a useful evaluation? I would say yes, as the recommendations developed to strengthen the Gender Platform based on the team's empirical findings and credible evidence, which directly linked to the platform's evaluation questions, were fully accepted by the Gender Platform. While the recommendations for the CGIAR had 3 partially accepted and 4 fully accepted, I would still confidently state that this group found the evaluation useful.
For the recommendations which were brought up before for Gender Platform, we heard that luckily, fortunately, they were fully accepted or partially accepted, but there are situations when they might not be accepted. However, the responses have to be provided, and the justifications for acceptance and not also have to be provided to make for transparent and inclusive process.
We have a lot of evidence, but how do we get it out? And so that's where the Alliance module comes in, and how do we actually get some of that evidence out? So I think those are quite interesting. We've also done several other things, like have a review of all the initiatives up to now, and to figure out where they feel they sit on gender, both from the initiative lead and from the gender person in the initiative. So those are the type of things that we've been following up, which will make us also much cleaner, meaner, and leaner.
The Gender Platform was very helpful in helping us at the action area or science group level with our outcomes statements and indicators. So they contributed there.
It's easy to think that the platform is just doing one or another thing, but they're doing so many different things. And all of them are important in their own regard.
This is a good example of a platform doing more than coordinating, facilitating. It's not a platform to be an activist about gender. This is a platform that is really doing some content, some research.
So wonderful to see the maturing of this platform in such a short time, and obviously independent evaluation, even at an early stage for learning, is not just a useful discipline, but it's extremely useful from a management point of view. Thank you very much to the independent evaluation function for overseeing it.